Welcome to this episode of the ISO on the Gonzaga Nation Media Network. We always get a chance to talk to the head coach or a well-connected insider to Gonzaga's opponent. Today's guest, the head coach of the Pacific Tigers, Leonard Perry. Coach, we really appreciate your time.
Anytime, Dan. Anytime.
Well, Coach, you look at your roster this year, there's a lot of balance. You've got 6 players averaging 8 points per game or more, and you've got 10 or 11 guys that average double-figure minutes. Tell us a little bit more about your roster and the competitiveness that you have within it.
Well, we knew last year we needed to upgrade our roster in terms of talent and skill. And we were able to do that. We were able to land on some guys that we thought could really help us. We wanted a situation where there was going to be competitive situations in practice. Like we had to have more competing in practice. And we were able to land on the right guys. And so far we've let some meat stay on the bone. As it will pertain to a few games, but so far the competition has been good. It's been good for our program.
Well, you guys had a 3-game winning streak early in WCC play. You beat LMU, who just had a good win at Gonzaga. You beat San Diego on the road, and you beat Pepperdine on the road. So things seem to be coming together well for your program. When you guys are playing your best, what does it look like?
When we're playing our best, we're competitive on the glass, which is it's something we struggle with. When we're playing our best, we're holding teams still around 44% from the field, somewhere in there, 44, 45%, and low 30s from the three in terms of percentage. And we're competitive on the glass. And because when we're competitive on the glass, it allows us to get out and run. When we're out and running and spacing the floor and getting to the old Dick Al drag screen, which is where it was in college, it makes us a better team. We get the ball moving, we get it from side to side, and we get the floor space. We're pretty good.
Well, when you guys space the floor, it presents a lot of opportunities for shooters. As a team, you guys shoot nearly 39% from three, but you also have one of the better shooters in the country. Now, statistically, I don't know if he is able to qualify with the amount of attempts, but Luka Abdalovic shooting at nearly 58% from three on the year. What type of actions do you run for him, and does he have an automatic green light when he checks in?
Yeah, he's definitely got an automatic green light from the time he steps on the floor. Matter of fact, I'd probably take him out if he passed up a shot because his 25, 30, 23 footers is as good as anything we can get closer to the rim. It's almost 58%, and he's in a slump. It was at one point in the mid-60s, and it was consistent. We try to get him open. Obviously, teams game plan for him, and that's a compliment to his game because he's a huge onus on taking his attempts away. So we try to disguise some things and get him off some staggers and pin downs really quickly. He's not a tremendous athlete, but he is crafty and savvy. And if you make any mistakes and he's got a clean rip at it, I like his chances. I think he shoots it as well as anybody's ever shot it in the NCAA, and his numbers prove that. He's smart with it. He doesn't just, jack up shots to jack them up. Because he's a good shooter, he takes calculated good ones, and when he does, they're usually backbreakers if you're not there to make him do something different.
Gonzaga has been the bully on the block for some time in the WCC, and I'm sure a lot of programs like yourself have been looking for one program to go into McCarthy Athletic Center and show a winning formula. LMU just went in and won a game on the road. I would imagine that gives all the other teams in the conference a vote of confidence that they can do it themselves. When you break down the scouting report in preparation, what are the key focus points that you guys need to do to have that same result as LMU just had?
Well, I think Gonzaga is still a bully on the block. I just think the block has gotten a few more really tough neighbors, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. But I think Gonzaga is still the cream of the crop. But St. Mary's is always super good, and Santa Clara is always mega good, and BYU, and now your lower tier teams like LMU are really putting resources into their program, and you can see it. The thing that will always be mainstays for us is you can't give Gonzaga live ball turnovers. If you do, they'll run you out of the gym. They play with the best pace in the country. And if you're not back in transition, you have absolutely no chance. You got to have a game plan for rebounding the ball. They do an excellent job with it. If you're giving them second and third chances per possession, it limits your opportunities to have a chance to win. And when you get open looks, you're going to have to knock them down. You're going to have to be a big boy and knock them down. And those are simple things. And I know it sounds simple. And yeah, there'll be a ton of small adjustments that you can make. But by and large, those are the three components that you have to do in order to give yourself a chance.
Well, Coach, I appreciate the time. Best of luck tonight, and best of luck the rest of the way. This WCC conference season is shaking out to be a really fun one to follow, and I'm sure it's a fun one to prepare for as well.
It is. I've said it a million times, said it on your show before. It's one of the best leagues I've ever been in, and it's a lot of fun. Great coaches, great players, and we'll have fun the rest of the year.
All right. Thanks again, Coach.